Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for Tuesday, week 10, day 2. It is March 7th, 2017. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. To support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, let's jump into the charts. As the pre-market trend this morning, daily outlook, we were looking at consumer credit international trade numbers out today with the VIX already up 1127 there on the screen share this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at where we were at. For the most part, choppy already on the Globex, but pre-market already to the downside on the NQ, left YM in the middle ES. Top row in the same direction. Don't like everything running together. Crude was on the way up, so somewhere either the upstairs or the downstairs was going to take a move in either direction. So watching the NQ and the ES in particular here, as I post each morning here 15 minutes prior where the current trend is. 53.50 was the current price after chop Globex numbers. Pre-market trend was under the VWAPs. There were the levels we were looking at: 53.61, 71, and 90 upside. 90 not anywhere near, as 61 really was the number to catch on the upside and the 42 to the downside. So first numbers on the charts, exactly where we got ourselves to. Let's take a look at NQ pre-market. There it was, with price action in between: 61 to the upside, 41 to the downside on the 15-minute chart, and looking at the 60-minute and the 4-hour charts. In the market profile, something we began to post here in the morning session as well. NQ, we saw pretty balanced overnight, 53.61 from yesterday's price action, holding below for the most part. We were good portion short. So there was our profile in the morning. And we'll take a look at the ES here in a moment as the nearest open gap downside, 52.3250. ES again, 71.75 and a downtrend on the VWAP. We were looking at 23.75 upstairs, as we just about got there by not too far away, about a point or two. And downside 67. That's exactly where we went today. So sticking to the numbers on the first row. Let's take a look at the ES pre-market. There it is. Price action holding at the major support resistance. We had both upside 75 and 67. So keeping to the MML levels as the 4-hour chart and the 60-minute chart holding at the lows. We were 100% net short on the ES, as we could see price action overnight did tag the 75.50, but all price action majority still holding downside under the TPO close here, 75.50 from the previous session. All right, so how did we do today? Not bad. Balanced profile today, as price action pretty much volatile in both directions. As price lifted, reverses to the low of day and back into the value. So AM session giving us a solid trend. PM chop with not much price action there, but prior to the close, about 30 minutes, finally letting off some steam and bouncing back up. VIX closing out here, 1145, a little bit up. Core sector list, the majority in the red for the day. Consumer credit drop. Big reports out today. WikiLeaks releasing those CIA damaging reports. UK losing the vote to accept Brexit amendment. And POTUS Trump releasing the first draft of those healthcare appeals. MML levels, guys. There it was. First, I apologize. Reading that. First reset. I think we believe it was in AM session, as the move downside, and then held for the most part of the day. Support and resistance there on the NQ. I believe the ES held to its MML levels. Nope, I apologize. ES one reset, and then that was it for the day. 15 minutes again, a little bit more of a dynamic as it changes its levels more frequently on the 15-minute than any other time frame. But nice move up and down. We'll show you here in a moment. All right, so there it was, Globex chop, and U.S. session volatile up and down. All right, there's our charts of interest. Looking at the market profile, let's check it out here. Ending off today, there was our overnight. With yesterday's price action overnight on the ES. Again, 100% net short, and we pretty much held all under 75.50 today. So nice balanced profile here on the ES. NQ a little bit higher on the extensions, upside, outlier, downside. But again, you want to see price action on both sides of the mean here, and a lot of value built up in here inside the core of the overnight session in yesterday's 53.61 closeout on the TPO. All right, so there's our market profile. We'll go ahead and look at that in the mornings. Here we are in regards to yesterday's price action and the overnight. Again, if you're interested in more information on the TPO, in no way do I claim to be an expert. James Dalton, Stoudemire, Shadow Trader, great place to obtain more information. So I follow their insight into it, and don't use it as a trading strategy, but just more as a market internal like I do the rest of the charts. All right, let's take a look at how the markets ended today, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the highlighted charts. NQ full session, there it was, price action. There downside, nice reject off the VWAP, nice move to the upside after a pause here at the VWAP. Price action again. Maybe you took a pause here. Maybe you didn't grab the whole thing underneath the cloud. You waited till the break of the VWAP. But either way, nice trend downs here. A little pop upside. Really avoiding this price action. And this took almost 2 hours here of price action slowing down on 5 bars. Pretty much I said to traders in the room, you got your AM profits, take them and run. Though PM gave us a nice setup to the downside. But whether you decide to take that or not, nice move, opening up here at 48.50, closing out 50.25. Really almost ending up being a pin day. But look at that, guys. There's a great golden rule to just run with your profits and exit the strategy like you do any other day, regardless if price action is going to rip back up higher. Here you see price action finally breaking at the 50. That might have been the breaking point, but as price action, some of the traders in the room having levels up here at 53.74.50 decide to bail. Bailing out here at the 50 was the last level of support, and finally just broke all the way back down and just lost it completely. YM full session here, price action again lifting from one VWAP to another. Price action opening up, closing down 913, 10 points down as price action got a little bit of a drive. Again, if the 10.7 is not working for you on the YM, sometimes okay to go to the lower time frame, the 6.3. And the ES, price action after the market profile showing 100% net short. Gave you a couple opportunities intraday. Gave you first move downside, back upside to the VWAP. There it is. Back downside here as we opened up. Session closing out 66.50. Again, similar setup here on the ES as the NQ. Price action, no, you got a nice short here, but you're dealing with the Camarilla pivot low on the 5-minute chart. You decide, yeah, I'll hold off. Price action lifts to the VWAP, you wait, and sure enough, the downside move as price action all in the red, a couple bars down, but if you took the low here around the cam, you might have gotten a nice profit if you decide to play at the end in the sandbox. All right, highlighted charts for the day. We had NQ as we showed post 1 hour. Again, reject, you wait, you pause, you got yourself a nice setup. NQ finally to the MML highs. As I said, the MML, the Murray math levels, really holding to the lines today. Very nice move upside. HA bars to keep you in the trend. If you bailed out here, very respectable move all the way up. And yeah, right back down on you. I was like, what the hell? And there it was, back down to the VWAP. You just manage it, right back down, and you bail, but you don't let it bail all the way to your break even. Euro close, we managed to work it all the way back down to the MML levels, gave you an opportunity, whether you took it off the high or a break below the cloud, at least you got a piece of the pie. PM session on the NQ, again, bounced back up off the lows and finishing there around the major support resistance. Decision time as maybe took a little scalp entry, tried to get a runner, maybe you were stopped out, and decision time eventually led to pretty much just chopping here and avoiding this as we saw the market finally finishing out after the MML bounced back up to major support resistance, one last lift, and then the drop down to the reversal on the NQ. All right, so there are the charts, daily gaps. We are still searching those lower levels, but right now momentum still holding up. Still pulling back from those all-time highs. 161 up here near open gap on the YM here, still at 831, 48.75, and 32.50 here on the NQ. AD lines look good today, guys. I got to give a shout out to the NQ, all by the levels here. Market action downside to the 70, right back up. And remember, I was showing you that NQ move. Let me go back to the chart. As the NQ was attempting to make that move back down. Where was that set? I can't recall where that was. But anyway, point was price action. It was to the upside. That was it. NQ back to the upside. There we go. There's NQ right here. You got your move back up. And then here it is. This long setup starting to look good right here around 140. And then you time it on the AD line. What do you have going on 140? That's right. You got AD line holding here at 10. And you say, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off at negative 10. If it breaks up above it, great. You'll go for the long. And sure enough, it held off. So buy the levels, buy the lines today on the AD lines across. YM really not going far anywhere, holding to the pivot. And that's why YM only getting some small pockets of microtrend like on the NISS NYSE. All right, it was crude. Crude to the downside today, staying inside the Globex, hugging around the VWAP, and pushing downside on the Heikin Ashi bars with all three charts in the red. GC downside. GC downside with a nice move underneath the Globex. Again, tapping the VWAP, nice, smooth, a little bit more controlled than the indices today. So if you weren't on the indices, again, Globex session, pre-market, nice move. I'm sorry, that was yesterday's session. Globex session, a little bit choppy. London open, nice move downside, give you an early opportunity, but the VWAP held all the way down. So gold, very nice, smooth trending strategy as we look for each day. So gold, downside. Yen holding off, a lot of troubles overseas. Who knows? Price action holding inside the Globex. Really just playing by the VWAPs. I highly encourage you guys, whether you got the daily VWAP, the weekly, or the monthly, really couldn't break out of any of this. You were hoping for a move here. If you took and grabbed that move, that might have been a loss there. But again, I encourage, if it's the VWAPs you're not watching, but it's the 51.44, earliest entry you can grab is price action when it breaks the 51.44 cloud. So a nice move here, but then again, not every setup's a 100% success. So here you go, you break out, and what do you get? You don't get anything on that one. So this is why I wait for the highest probability strategy, which would have been right here, solid setup. You got your move down here. Hopefully you didn't wait to enter below the monthly VWAP. At least you got some ticks to make between the distance of the setup and the level there. All right, so choppy chop on the yen, and 6E, similar story, just a little bit wider gap as the Globex high, Globex low. There was your major move on the London session. Very nice early chop here as the market started to get going. Nice move down, pop up again above the VWAP, all in the green, and then back downside on the 6E. So top row, not as trending. The GC though, not too bad. Versus the indices. All right, guys, where are we headed to tomorrow? Well, I can't tell you exactly. I'll have to watch the Globex session. I can tell you what to look for in both directions. My concern may be that Globex might follow through on the volatility of the daily, but just pull down, maybe start the momentum downside as we roll out the week. Contract rollover coming up. NQ momentum right now, if we hold 53.51 here, look to 53.61 upside. If we start to come down, start to watch the lower 15-minute levels, 53.44, 53.36, and any major move would come bring it down to 3.12.50. Upside levels, we got 61 and 71 upstairs, 71 being a major resistance here. Taking a look at the YM, 4-hour, 60, and 50-minute. We did hold here on the support today, so next level up, 938. If we break that 938, well, we want to start looking to the 60-minute and the 240 4-hour chart, which overnight would be a huge move. So 938, 977 to the upside. Anything lower, start to look to 869 and 879 on the higher time frames. 4-hour ES 15-minute, again holding here by the MML levels today. Nice move here on the 23.67. Price action holding at the oversold, so let's see if we retest those levels, 65, 64 down here. We'll look for a reset on the 4-hour, but 23.59 might be the lowest low. We might go overnight all the way down to 47. Anything upside, we'd have to break that 23.75. We'd have to get back up to 23.71 first. So 75, major support, same level up here as the resistance. All right, there are 3 indices as we roll into tomorrow. Econ calendar, we're taking a look at Wednesday mortgage applications. ADP employment is up, and EIA petroleum as well as we roll out the week. And non-farm payrolls on Friday. Hope the market's not waiting for just that. But again, great move today, even just on the NQ alone, to find these small pockets of trend in the AM session. And again, I'm trying to avoid that PM chop, but again, PM session did find us an opportunity both on the ES over here as the YM, not as strong, but the NQ as well here, as we saw to the downside if you decide to play in the sandbox in the afternoon session. So overall, Jedi traders, that's where we leave it. Balanced day, market profile, NQ pretty much finishing out flat. That concludes an insight into the daily trend and technical momentum of the indices and key futures markets as I see it every day. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra, one simple strategy. Any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only watch what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Hey guys, for those of you that are interested in joining us in our community of like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, feel free to email me, David at TradingFibs. You may join us on any Thursday or Friday to view the live chart setups as they happen in the trading day. Hey guys, have yourselves a blue zone day wherever you may be. Have a good day, a good night, and good trading to you.